What's up, all me Wookstables, droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also that Star Wars girl, and today we are going to talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi. But also, before we get into that, I just want to say happy May 4th to everyone, or May the 4th be with you. Now, this article, as you guys can see by the headline, Obi-Wan Kenobi gets lowest ratings of any live-action Star Wars series. Now, this headline got me. I read it and I was like, what do you mean? Are there like reviews bad? Like, why is it rated so low? And then you scroll down through the article and it has absolutely nothing to do with reviews, but it has everything to do with like who is allowed to watch it, like rated G or PG. And so I was like, all right, that's totally not clickbait at all. But then again, everything on the internet is clickbait, right? So if this article will actually scroll correctly, let me pull up where or how low for children the show is actually rated. Alright, sorry about that. It was like going kind of crazy and I wasn't able to control the scrolling. Of course, when I'm going to film a video, that's always what happens, right? That's always how this works. So here we go right here. Now it has been confirmed that the show, which is due to drop its first episode on Disney Plus on May 27th, 2022, has been granted the most family-friendly rating of any live-action Star Wars series on the streamer. A recent report stated, or excuse me, shared, Disney Plus UK has listed Obi-Wan Kenobi series with TV age rating of 9+, which is notably lower than the live-action Star Wars Disney Plus series that have come before it. For reference, The Mandalorian was rated 14+, while Book of Boba Fett was rated 12+. A story about Book of Boba Fett should not have been rated that low, but whatever. If they actually did it right. But anyways, Obi-Wan Kenobi's ratings is the same as Star Wars Visions, although it is higher than both animated series in Clone Wars and The Bad Batch 6+. That depends on like what era of the Clone Wars. It got pretty dark. So I just wanted to, talk about this a little bit because I know like friends of mine that aren't like big Star Wars fans, they like brought this up and like, oh, it's gonna be like a kid's show, and it's like, well, here's the thing. The Sound of Music, that's pretty much a kid's show, right? It's about a nun that goes and becomes a nanny and sings to all the children, then falls in love with the dad, and all of that stuff happens. But the thing about that movie, it's rated G. The Sound of Music is rated G. But the second that, they're having the ball and the dad, talks to the one guy who you find out is a Nazi, and I mean, it's pretty intense, but as a little kid, you might not get that, and as adults, you know exactly what's going on. The dad is getting pressured because they're in Austria right before Hitler takes over Austria and Germany, right? But right before World War II starts, and, the Axis powers and all of that. So as adults watching The Sound of Music, we're like, oh shit, like this is a really intense scene. There's no bad words. There's no cursing. There's no actual violence. I feel like the only thing that you could consider violence in that movie is him tearing, the Nazi flag and then them running and hiding. But no one gets physically harmed in it. Obviously, there is the threat of dying because when they're trying to escape the Nazis and they're hiding where all the nuns are, in that cemetery behind in the back, it's scary because us as humans, us as adults, we know how terrible the Nazis were, and so it makes that scene more intense, but that movie is still rated G. So when you go into things like Star Wars and Nazi stormtroopers, like, come on, we know what George got a lot of, that influence in Star Wars from, and George Lucas was a big history buff. He put a lot of World War II and the Vietnam War, and he took actual world history and put it into Star Wars and added that mythos. So you can have really intense scenes without technically, that kind of stuff like language or blood or physical violence happening. Now, obviously in Star Wars, we're used to physical violence with the lightsaber fights because that's cool. I remember I was a little kid, and when Obi-Wan Kenobi shows up to, get General Grievous and he's like, hello there, that iconic scene, like, we know what's going on. Even when I was a little, the first time anyone saw Darth Vader, I mean, that's the opening fucking scene of Star Wars is Darth Vader walking in and strangling and killing everyone. So physical violence is a really, you know, big part of Star Wars. But now that Disney's got it, they got to be all safe about it. Even it's like, really, let Dumbo's mom get tortured and like taken away from her kid, and we got her, you know, got to watch animal cruelty and her getting whipped and stuff just for defending her baby. That's okay, but oh, we can't have somebody get killed with lightsabers, especially bad guys. And I mean, heck, since they're stormtroopers now and not really clones for Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's like, so are you gonna have him kill droids? Like, what are you gonna do? This is part of Star Wars. And guess what? That everyone always fights with me. All the people that hate me on the internet, they're like, why are you talking about a kid's show? And it's like, oh, it's a kid's show, right? Yeah, that's their big defense. Star Wars is a kid's show. Star Wars is a kid's show. Oh, so all of killing, strangulation with the Force, violence, torture, getting limbs chopped off, that's for kids, right? Okay, so then that's the excuse that all those workers for Disney have used anytime they fight with me on Twitter, anytime all of those, you know, weird little simps for Disney Star Wars come and go crazy. It's like, oh, stop talking about kids show, get a life. And it's like, I do have a life, isn't that funny? And I actually watch this shit, and I actually like this shit, whereas you guys aren't. You guys just know how to read Wikipedia, and you don't even read that. You just scroll through and like get the highlights. So it's like, well, if you want to say that you need to dumb it down because it's a kid's show, it's like, well, but you've been saying for years now, screaming at me online, that I'm defending a kid's show and I need to get a life. It's like, well, if it was always a kid's show, then it should. Then violence like that is okay. Getting, you know, your limbs chopped off by lightsabers is okay. Getting shocked by, you know, force lightning is okay. Getting tortured, torturing your own children is okay. Lightsaber battles is okay. Space battles is okay, because it's always been for kids, right? So these lower ratings, it's like, do you not see how hypocritical you're being? Oh, but they don't care about that. They don't care about being complete hypocrites. It's fine. They gotta dumb things down because the audience will just blindly consume, right? Even though it's like, one of the reasons why people loved George Lucas's Star Wars so much is because there was actually something to it, right? There was more than just meets the eye. Whereas Disney Star Wars, it's completely face value, and at times it's not even that. Like, The Rise of Skywalker is universally hated. I have not met a single human that likes that movie. Not one, right? There's some people that are like, oh, I like the effects and whatnot. Oh, that was kind of like pretty and whatnot. Oh, that one alien was adorable. That's about it. That's, I think, the nicest thing that people say about that movie. But heck, even the Disney Star Wars simps didn't even like it. So that says a lot to you right there. And you know why? Because there's no substance. Because these dumb motherfuckers don't understand the IP that they spent $4.5 billion on. They don't understand what, I mean, if you really want to do like the Sound of Music type of thing where it's like it's completely rated G, there's no physical violence, there's no kind of cursing, there's none of that, but you still want to have that intensity, then you need to get people that actually know how to write a fucking story, which I guarantee you none of the people that are working on the Obi-Wan Kenobi show do. Now, here's the thing. I really want this show to be good. I want this show to be good so fucking bad. I wanted every Star Wars movie, every single thing that Disney has done, I've wanted it to be good. Okay? I've never wanted it to be bad, because that's stupid. That sucks. Why would I want to watch something that's bad? I want Picard to be good. I want all of these things that I grew up loving that are now getting like revamped and remade. I want them all to be the best that they possibly can. I want it to blow my fucking mind. But it doesn't. Right? It doesn't. It falls short, and then if you make any kind of criticism, you get called a racist, misogynist, man baby, and a bigot. And it's like, but I'm none of those things. I just want this to be good. So when I do these videos and I talk about this kind of stuff, I'm just trying to explain it to maybe this is somebody's first video, or maybe somebody's looking into this and they see headlines like this, like my friends that are not Star Wars fans that asked me about this and they got them, you know, it got kind of confusing for them. So here's me just, I guess, kind of saying how it could possibly be good and how it could possibly be done right and made for like 9-year-olds and still make sense and still have that intensity that you would expect an Obi-Wan Kenobi story to have, that will still keep, you know, adults interested in. But I highly doubt that, you know, Disney Star Wars can do that. I hope that they prove me wrong, though. Anyways, everyone, happy May the 4th. Let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know about any of your speculations for this new, Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Do you guys think it's going to be good? Do you guys have any hope? I've done plenty of videos on this series. They will all be linked below down in the description. Also, I have this new video layout. Let me know if you like it or if you want me to switch back to the old one. And everyone, if you like this video, go ahead and smash the thumbs up. If you didn't, that's okay too. Thank you so much for watching this far through. And if you haven't already, maybe take a minute, smash the subscribe button, or ring the bell for notifications. Make sure that that bell is set to all, that way you actually get notifications when I do videos and live streams. And until next time, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone.
Also, guys, I have a Twitch channel where I play video games like Elden Ring and KOTOR, as well as an Instagram where I post photos from my recent cosplay escapades. If you guys aren't following me on either of those, go do so now. The link is in the description of this video. And just in case if you guys are interested in my art, I have an art Instagram as well where I post all of the time-lapse videos from my recent project, the Eye project, as well as other projects that I've worked on if you scroll down further. And if you're interested in purchasing some prints of my art or stickers or bookmarks and stuff like that, any kind of merchandise that I make based on the stuff that I paint, you guys can go over to my Etsy. It's the Art of Anna TSWG. Everything again that I've showed you will be linked down below in the description of this video. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.